Popkern's exclusive sponsor is Bakersfield Heart Hospital.
Happy Friday and welcome back to Kern. I'm Nicole Gitzke. Well, Happy New Year, and today we are at Happy Whole You, where we are finding out how to have a new you come this new year. Let's go check it out. And today we are joined by Anna Marie. She is a naturopath and brain health specialist, and you are going to help us understand what it means to really be going into the new year as a new you.
So here at Happy Whole You, we work on increasing brain function and decreasing body inflammation. And going into the new year, I think this year it's going to be approached a little bit differently, or I would suggest it a little bit differently, because everybody is in such this heightened state, kind of that fight or flight response. And I think the key is going to be to reduce that fight or flight response going into the new year.
I feel like this year especially, everyone's anxiety is record high. People are stressed. This has been a really hard year in general. And I think today we are going to learn some things to help us kind of decompress, calm down, and just take a next step into the next year. Worries could continue into the next year, but we can take care of ourselves first, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and the thing about it is when we are in that high fight or flight response for a long period of time of chronic stress and worry, it actually impacts the brain, the hippocampus, and it decreases our memory, and then it has a whole host of issues with mental health. And one thing that we're seeing now with COVID is there's research that's coming out that's showing like 18 to 20% of people that are diagnosed with COVID, that go through COVID, now have developed some type of mental health challenge or issue.
Wow. I think that's a big thing people have been struggling with too, is mental health. You're isolated in a home. Maybe you live by yourself. You don't have many people to talk to. What are some key things that can help people if they are struggling with certain mental illnesses?
Yeah, the first thing is to remember to breathe. And I know that sounds so simple, but there's actually a practice where if you actually breathe through the left nostril, it actually allows the parasympathetic nervous system to kind of take over, and that's your rest digest state. So just literally plug in that right nose and breathing out of your left nostril, that can be very therapeutic for people. Also, the new year, people want to get in shape, and yeah, we want to fulfill that need and that want to set those goals. So really working on not necessarily HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training, but working on working out that is more long-term, not long-term, but like running or walking or cycling or Tai Chi or yoga. So these exercises of continuous movement that kind of actually will put you in a meditative state can be very beneficial for the physical body and the brain during the new year.
So there are some simple exercises. You don't need a gym. Show us what we can do to help keep ourselves active and healthy.
Yeah, so as we were talking about earlier, continuous movement is going to be really therapeutic and more of meditation. And so if you have a step, or you don't have to have a step, but just doing some movement where you can be doing step-ups, right? And this is just going to definitely target the legs and the glutes. And it's just a really good exercise for the legs. And the other thing that you can do is you can just do squats, but I recommend just going slow. A lot of times we work on just down, up, right? So really working on each phase of the contraction in the legs, and then you're even coming up super slow. So slowing things down in 2021, why not, right?
I think that's a good pace.
And then just breathing, right? Like we talked about breathing earlier. So really valuable to just slow things down and then just being consistent with them. And another good exercise too is working on balance exercises. So they're not fast, they're slow, but if you just stand on one leg, right, and working on balance, and then just leaning forward, making sure you're breathing, concentrating. It makes you, when you do this, I bet all you're doing right now, Nicole, is just focusing on this, right?
Yep, I just don't want to fall.
You're not thinking about what's going on tomorrow. You're not thinking about what you have to do later. You're literally focusing on and in the moment. And I think that, again, is key for 2021, is let's be in the moment. So slowing things down, just being in those moments.
Doing something like that, I mean, would you suggest maybe if someone's, just having a chaotic day, there's so much going on in their brain, hey, just take 10 minutes, just do some of these, meditation exercises, balance, whatever it is, just so you can take your mind off of it.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, like the more crazy things get, the more you need to take some minutes for yourself. I always say, we're all mental, that's why good health matters. And when people come in like here to Happy Whole You, nobody knows why you're here, right? Like we're just like this feel good place where you can come and get peace of mind, you can calm down, you could just leave feeling better. And that's the other thing is you want to surround yourself with people that make you feel good and things that make you feel good, not just in the moment, but long term. And I think that that's important to really nourish all of your senses to lift you up.
Through this crazy year, how has your business changed and what have you seen just from customers coming in?
A lot of people are more anxious than they've ever been or feeling low mood, and they've never experienced it before. I mean, I have, women coming in, men coming in, not knowing what these feelings are, and it's really impacting their overall well-being, their sleep. Sleep is a big thing, and so we work with people on calming that limbic system, on getting that anxiousness down. But that's a really, really big thing that we're seeing a lot that people are coming in for sure.
Now, if 2021 is here, and if you want to make the right step into the new year, where is the first place you think you should start?
Make a plan, write it out on paper, and have that plan be like 2 or 3 things, right? It doesn't have to be like this big thing, but commit to it and write it down. And I think that's really important. Post it up, where you'll see it every day, and commit to yourself. Like I always tell people, the person you're gonna have the longest relationship with in your life is yourself. Like be there for yourself, take care of yourself, because if you wanna be there for other people, you really have to fill yourself up before you can help others. And I think that that's really important.
So you can feel mentally okay, you can love yourself and just understand that yes, this year's been hard, but at least you have yourself and you're keeping yourself healthy.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't treat your body well, then
yeah. I mean, it's not good. It's not a good result. And I think people realize that. And I do think ultimately everybody at their core wants to be better. And sometimes it's just they need the tools and they need, the more knowledge we have, the more options literally we realize that we have and the better that we can do. So, if you are struggling with that, not knowing where to start, go get a professional. Come to Happy Whole You. I mean, we sit down with people. Our first initial, it takes 2 hours, and we sit down with people and we really get to know them and their foundations of health and what type of brain they have, and give them a game plan to help them overall, whether they're here or at home or whether they're down south or up north. I mean, we have people coming here from all over, and it's just a matter of having that game plan, having the knowledge, getting the education, so you have more tools in your toolkit to do better. Every time we do something new, you force the brain to work a lot harder, but also it, again, takes you out of the worry, what am I doing in 10 minutes from now, what am I doing tomorrow? Like, it makes you be in the moment. So the more you can expose yourself to new activities, the more enhancing it's gonna be for your brain function. So whether it's yoga, whether it's rollerblading on the bike path, or riding a bike on the bike path, or power walking, or putting in a new video, a yoga video online, or Tai Chi, anything that's getting you to just do something new, you'll be in that moment versus that worry brain.
All right, well, I think as we make our step into the new year, it's all about just focusing on ourselves. And I think it's so important right now to just take a deep breath, relax, everything's gonna be okay, it will work itself out, and just lift your leg up and focus on nothing. Remember, it's all about taking a step in the right direction. Start small, whether you're just making a plan, changing one meal a day, trying a new exercise. It's all about the little things in order to improve yourself and help yourself be a whole new year this new year. That's it for us here at Pop Kern. We'll catch you next Friday.